Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about some of the mistakes people make when cooking on a Weber hot plate. Now the full hot plate and the half hot plate is a really good accessory to have, but it's got a purpose and you need to know how to use it correctly to get the most out of it. Now one of the biggest mistakes I've seen people make with a hot plate is not preheating it properly. This rule applies to just cooking on the barbecue as a whole, as the Weber takes a bit of time to heat up. But when using a hot plate, you've got a way bigger piece of metal there that you're trying to heat soak and get that temperature into so you can sear on it. So you need to allow 10 to 15 minutes to get the hot plate completely heat soaked so that when you put your cold meat on it, it doesn't just absorb the heat straight out of it. That way you'll get a nicer sear on your meat and you should be able to develop a much nicer crust on a steak or whatever it is you're going to be searing on there. So many people rush this and just go and put their meat straight on after a couple of minutes of heating the grill. And then you'll notice your meat doesn't really get a nice sear on it and it starts to sort of boil over on there. And then you end up turning your Weber into a slow cooker, which is not good at all when you're barbecuing. Unless you're doing something low and slow, but that's a whole nother story. Now, the second mistake I see a lot of people make is cooking too wet on the barbecue. By wet, I mean you've got too much moisture and water on your steak, so it hasn't been pat down correctly and you haven't dried that piece of meat off before putting it on the barbecue. This also applies to vegetables that have got too much moisture in them, or even meats that have got too much marinade on them. When you put this piece of meat on a hot plate, the moisture has nowhere to go. It can't just fall through the gaps like you'd have on a grill, and everything drips out through there and then the moisture sort of dries itself up. With a hot plate, there's nowhere for that moisture to go. Your meat will just be sitting in it and you're pretty much boiling your meat. So you can say goodbye to a really nice crust on a piece of steak or chicken if you're trying to get that finish on it. So if you are going to cook on that hot plate, make sure you pat down the meat really dry before putting it on the hot plate. This also applies to cooking on the grill grate because it does give you a nicer sear, but on the hot plate it's a lot more important as the moisture has nowhere to go. Now the next mistake I want to talk about is putting too much meat on that hot plate and overcrowding it. When you've got a grill or a hot plate and you put a piece of meat on it, especially a thick piece of meat if it's a steak, the heat from the grill or the hot plate gets absorbed into the meat and you lose that really hot part of the grill there. So then when you want to go and turn that piece of meat, ideally you want to be able to flip it and put it on a new part of the grill that hasn't had any meat on it, as that's going to be searing hot still. If you overcrowd that hot plate, you've got no other zones to move your piece of meat to, so you're constantly flipping it in the same spot. And I'm sure this has happened to a lot of people. When you go to turn your meat and then you leave it there for another couple of minutes and you check it, you notice the sear is never as good as if you move it to another part of the grill where the heat still is. So keep in mind, if you're going to cook on that hot plate, try to only use half the area with your food. If it's not enough room on a half hot plate, just go and buy the full hot plate for your family queue, as you're going to have lots more room to flip the meat and put it on another hot part of the grill, and you'll get a much nicer finish on your meat and get a way tastier crust on it. Now the next thing to go over is how much oil you put on that hot plate. The last thing we want is for our food to stick on it. So once you've paddled the moisture off the meat, and I mean moisture as in the water that's in the meat, make sure you coat that hot plate in a bit of oil because the meat will stick to it. I don't mean drown it and turn it into a deep fryer. I mean just even get a spray oil and just spray the hot plate in the spray oil just so you got a nice coating on it to help stop the meat from sticking. And you've probably noticed that when you go to cook things like honey soy chicken skewers, for example, they've got a lot of marinade on them. And if you haven't got enough oil on that grill, you'll notice they stick really badly and it just becomes a disaster when you're trying to flip that chicken over. So remember to always coat that hot plate with a nice thin layer of oil so you don't have the food sticking to it. Now guys, don't forget the hot plate does have a purpose. I think it's perfect for cooking things like bacon and eggs or smash burgers or onions and vegetables on it. But I don't think it's perfect for cooking all your barbecue meats on. You're not going to get the same flavor on the hot plate as you're going to get from cooking above the grill where you're getting the flame coming up and kissing the meat. In my opinion, you're going to get a much nicer flavor over the grill, especially if you're cooking a steak. So don't expect to get the same flavor on a hot plate. That's another controversial topic because some people prefer the hot plate to cook a steak on. I just prefer to cook on the grill if I'm doing steaks, as I think it's got a better flavor. But don't expect to get the same barbecue flavor on a hot plate that you're going to get from a grill. Now the last thing to talk about, guys, is make sure you clean that grill thoroughly because there's not a lot of room on the half hot plate to actually push all that fat and debris into those holes. So it's a little bit harder to clean that hot plate, but it is important to clean it as it does affect the way it cooks. A clean hot plate always works better than a dirty one. So just remember to make sure that's clean when cooking on it. I hope this helped clear up some of the mistakes people make and your next cook goes a lot better. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy grilling.